Hello there, fellow garden enthusiasts. Are you dreaming of a thriving rosemary plant, bursting with fragrance and ready for all your culinary adventures? You've come to the right place. Rosemary is a truly wonderful herb, gracing our gardens with its aromatic needles and incredibly versatile uses. From roasting vegetables to infusing oils, its distinctive flavor elevates countless dishes. Today, we're diving deep into the secrets of growing rosemary successfully. We'll share easy-to-follow tips and tricks that will help both seasoned gardeners and absolute beginners cultivate this delightful herb with confidence. Let's unlock the full potential of your rosemary garden together. By the end of this, you'll have all the knowledge you need to enjoy bountiful harvests. Every plant has its preferences, and rosemary is no exception. Understanding its basic needs is the first step toward a flourishing herb garden. We're talking about sunlight and soil, two non-negotiables for a happy rosemary. First up, sunshine. Rosemary absolutely loves soaking up the sun's rays. To truly thrive, your plant needs at least 6 hours of direct sunlight every single day. Think about the sunniest spots in your garden. A south-facing or west-facing location is usually ideal, ensuring your rosemary gets that much-needed energy boost throughout the day. Don't skimp on the sun. It's vital for healthy growth. Next, let's talk about soil. This is incredibly important for rosemary, perhaps even more so than for many other herbs. The key phrase to remember is well-draining soil. Rosemary hates having wet feet. This means if its roots sit in soggy, waterlogged soil, it's a recipe for disaster, usually leading to root rot and an unhappy plant. Good drainage is non-negotiable. If your garden has heavy clay soil, which tends to hold water, you'll need to amend it. Incorporating organic matter like compost, coarse sand, or perlite can dramatically improve its drainage capabilities. This creates a lighter, airier environment for the roots. Another excellent solution for areas with poor natural drainage is to consider raised beds or containers. These options give you complete control over the soil mix, ensuring optimal conditions for your rosemary. It's an easy way to guarantee perfect drainage. Judicious watering practices. Once your rosemary is happily situated in its sunny, well-draining home, its watering needs become quite straightforward. This herb is surprisingly drought-tolerant once it's established itself. Overwatering is a common mistake and often the downfall of many rosemary plants. Too much water encourages root rot, a fungal disease that can quickly kill your plant. Always err on the side of underwatering rather than overwatering. The best approach is to allow the soil to completely dry out between waterings. When you do water, do so deeply, ensuring the roots get a good soak. Then let the soil dry again before the next watering. You can easily check the soil moisture by sticking your finger about an inch or two into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time for a drink. If it's still damp, wait a little longer. Efficient propagation methods. Want to expand your rosemary patch or share the love with friends? There are a couple of ways to get new plants. Starting rosemary from seeds is possible, but it's often a slow and somewhat unreliable process. Seeds can take a long time to germinate, and their success rate isn't always the highest. For quicker and more dependable results, propagating rosemary from cuttings is by far the better option. It's an incredibly rewarding way to create new plants that are exact replicas of the parent. To take a cutting, choose a healthy, non-flowering stem from an established plant. Look for a stem that's about 4 to 6 inches long and feels firm, not too soft or too woody. Carefully remove the leaves from the bottom 2 inches of the cutting. This exposed stem is where new roots will emerge. Make sure the cut is clean. Next, prepare a small pot with a well-draining potting mix. A blend designed for herbs or cacti often works well. You can even dip the cut end in rooting hormone, though it's not strictly necessary. Plant the cutting directly into the potting mix, ensuring the stripped portion of the stem is buried. Gently firm the soil around the base to keep it upright. Now, the crucial part, keep the soil consistently moist but not waterlogged. Think of it like a damp sponge. This moisture helps encourage root development. Place your potted cutting in a warm spot with indirect light. Avoid direct scorching sun at this stage. Within a few weeks to a couple of months, you should notice new growth, indicating that roots have formed. You can gently tug on the cutting. If there's resistance, it's rooted. Pruning might sound intimidating, but for rosemary, it's a simple practice that leads to a healthier, bushier, and more productive plant. It's truly essential for its long-term vigor. Without regular pruning, rosemary can become leggy and woody, losing its attractive shape and producing fewer fragrant needles. Pruning encourages new, fresh growth from the base. The best time to prune your rosemary is typically after it finishes flowering. This allows the plant to put its energy into new foliage rather than seed production. However, light harvesting can be done anytime. When you prune, aim to remove about 1/3 of the plant's total growth. Use sharp, clean pruners to make precise cuts. Avoid cutting into very old, woody stems that have no green growth. Focus on shaping the plant, removing any dead or diseased branches, and maintaining an open structure for good air circulation. You can also pinch back growing tips to encourage branching. And here's the best part. All those clippings you take off are fresh rosemary for your kitchen. It's a win-win situation, providing both plant health and delicious ingredients for your next meal. Good news for those who prefer a low-maintenance garden. Rosemary doesn't require heavy feeding. In fact, too much fertilizer can sometimes do more harm than good. Rosemary is naturally adapted to lean soils and doesn't need a constant supply of nutrients. Excessive fertilization can lead to lush, soft growth that is more susceptible to pests and diseases. If you feel your plant could use a little boost, a light application of a balanced, slow-release fertilizer in the spring is usually sufficient. Look for a fertilizer with equal or nearly equal numbers for nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Remember, less is often more when it comes to fertilizing rosemary. Over-fertilizing can not only harm the plant, but also diminish the intensity of its distinctive flavor and aroma. We want those potent, aromatic needles. One of the many joys of growing rosemary is its natural resilience. It's generally a robust plant with minimal resistance to common garden pests and diseases. This means less worry for you. However, it's always wise to keep an eye out for potential issues. Like many plants, rosemary can occasionally attract certain pests, especially when conditions aren't ideal. Spider mites and aphids are the most common culprits. They tend to appear in dry, dusty conditions or when plants are stressed. Regularly inspecting your plants helps catch problems early. If you spot an infestation, don't panic. These pests are relatively easy to manage. A strong spray of water can dislodge many of them. For more persistent problems, insecticidal soap or neem oil are excellent organic solutions. Apply them according to the product instructions, ensuring you cover the undersides of leaves where pests often hide. Keeping your rosemary healthy and providing its preferred growing conditions is the best defense. A strong plant is naturally more resistant to challenges. So there you have it, all the essential secrets to growing a magnificent rosemary plant in your home garden. It's an incredibly rewarding herb to cultivate, bringing beauty, fragrance, and flavor right to your fingertips. By following these simple tips, providing plenty of sunshine, ensuring well-draining soil, practicing judicious watering, and giving it a regular prune, you'll unlock a thriving rosemary garden. Don't forget those minimal feeding and pest management approaches too. Imagine stepping outside and snipping fresh sprigs for your cooking, enjoying the vibrant aroma as you work. You'll be able to savor the fragrant beauty and incredible culinary benefits this wonderful herb offers all year long. We hope this guide empowers you to grow the most beautiful and bountiful rosemary you've ever imagined. Happy gardening and enjoy every moment with your thriving herb garden.